In the ring now, you've got Adrian Hawkins, Kyle Matthews, Ace Rockwell, and J-Rod returning against
Adrian Hawkins paying attention. Looks like he might be interested in throwing that bandana out to someone, but right now everyone focused on the guys on the outside.
The fans love Adrian Hawkins, phenomenal athlete, great competitor, he loves the fans.
You talk about how Jimmy Rave has been preparing over time. We know that Ace Rockwell had his foot broken literally by Jimmy Rave at an NWA Chattanooga show not that long ago. Just recently made his return, and he's been favoring that side for a while now. We saw him return in the gauntlet and in a match since then, but he's still not by any stretch of the imagination 100% at this point. While you're looking at the 5-member team Jimmy Rave approved, and they are all physically ready and mentally ready. A lot of disadvantage for the Kyle Matthews team going into Oktoberfest.
And it starts out with Adrian Hawkins moving out against the leader of the group, Jimmy Rave.
A little preoccupied with the opportunity that is in front of him going to Total Nonstop Action Wrestling on Wednesday the 26th. Jimmy Rave, of course, formerly with Total Nonstop Action Wrestling as one half of the Rock and Rave infection. So he is well known by the Total Nonstop Action fans, has a comfort zone, let's say, there. Mike Posey, the referee for the match, also longtime referee for Total Nonstop Action Wrestling and World Wrestling Entertainment. Kyle Matthews, sort of the new kid on the block at this point. You got to think there's so much pressure right now on Kyle Matthews and on his team.
So even though Dr. Johnny Gates, the GM, has warned Mike Posey, it's still Jimmy Rave approved, and you know Kyle Matthews does not trust that whatsoever.
No, not at all. Right now, though, things not looking very good for the Jimmy Rave approved team. Mike Posey quickly getting out of the ring, tagging in one of the veterans of the team, Sal Rinauro, the man Jimmy Rave calls his best friend, although we saw a little disagreement in the gauntlet match, but the end result was the same. Jimmy Rave advanced in the gauntlet because Sal Rinauro walked out of the match. He just didn't want to lay down for a pinfall.
But we do know that best friends can disagree.
Very much so.
Tag is made now.
Posey back in once the advantage is made by Rinauro. Rinauro in simply to gain the advantage, but now Posey, leg taken out, and right back to Adrian Hawkins in advantage. So all of Sal Rinauro's accomplishments for naught.
And now driving a knee now into the leg, and another by Adrian Hawkins. And drags him over to the no man's land. Tag is made. Kyle Matthews comes in. He is the captain of his team for War Games, a match beyond at the Oktoberfest Sunday afternoon, October 30th, 2 p.m. bell time. Get here early. It's sure to be a sellout. People are going to be all over the place. Extra seating coming in. Fans make plans to be here, bring the whole family.
And right now, a little rock, and single leg, couldn't able to hook, keep that other leg hooked. Tried to go for a modified version of a surfboard, but Posey able to roll that one leg out. Did some damage to that one knee, though. Posey again getting out, and now first appearance by Chip Day in the match.
And all the pressure went on that one leg. You could have hyperextended the knee right there. A lot of knee injuries in professional wrestling, as you know. Chip Day now moving out against Kyle Matthews. Kyle watching Jimmy Rave like a hawk.
Well, boy, does Dustin Robinson have his hands full in this match. 9 people is at least 7 too many for Dustin Robinson. Oh, stiff kick to the chest there by Chip Day.
Hard shot by Kyle Matthews, retaliation. Rams him head first, and tag is made. In comes the Ace Rockwell. And Ace Rockwell unleashing his fury on Chip Day.
So far, Ace Rockwell looking a lot more stable than the last time we saw him. I think the time away from the Rampage rings has benefited. Monkey flips Chip Day over, and out goes Day, trying to buy some time and in. Looks like this is being conducted as usual with these kind of matches with Rampage rules. Rampage rules very similar, of course, to the Lucha Libre rules. If one man goes out into the floor, another man from that same team can go in. One of the many innovations Doc Gayton has brought to Rampage Pro Wrestling since becoming general manager.
And it keeps the action flowing, and right now, Corey Hollis has not had much chance to do anything. Get control here by Ace Rockwell.
Hollis, of course, referred to by Rave as his human wrestling machine, and we're seeing examples of that right now as Hollis in control. But look at Ace Rockwell smartly getting himself back to the corner. Hollis having his arms hooked, can't get free.
Corey Hollis is only 21 years old, so you would have to say, barring any injuries, this guy has a huge future ahead of him.
First year in professional wrestling, Rookie of the Year, and that year runner-up for Pro Wrestling Illustrated magazine. Been teaming with Mike Posey all across the United States, including in Ring of Honor.
And he wrestles everywhere and just about every night. This guy is becoming a seasoned veteran for just a young guy.
Oh, Jimmy Rave cues that one up and lights up Adrian Hawkins with a vicious chop. Now forces him back in the corner. But right there, a duck and a miss, and right on him is Adrian Hawkins, grabbing a hold of the arm and pulls him over. It looks like it's time to see the first appearance of J-Rod in this match.
J-Rod certainly a great favorite here, the Triple Crown winner for RPW. He's held all the titles here. Snap mare by J-Rod into that rear chin lock. A good reversal to a hammerlock by Jimmy Rave.
Notice how smoothly Rave goes move to move. You may not like him as a person, but you can never deny his considerable professional wrestling skills.
He's hard to like at times, but you certainly, like you say, you have to give the guy the devil his due, as he has the control here with that rear chin lock, and it is J-Rod with an elbow. Good escape, another elbow by J-Rod. Hard right hand and sends Jimmy Rave into that corner, caught with the knee. Tag is made and Rockwell comes back in. He's going to get an ace here for his troubles. Battering ram there, ramming that shoulder into the midsection.
And forcing him back almost to the ring post. And right in again, right to the gut, repeatedly on Jimmy Rave. And he's begging for mercy as Kyle Matthews enters the match, and it's on now. Lights him up with a chop to the chest. Uppercut right there, reminiscent of Dory Funk Jr.
Can you imagine having all 10 men in that cage in the match beyond? At the end of that match, there won't be any tagging. Every man in the ring until their submission, surrender. It's going to be incredible at Oktoberfest.
And until all 10 men are in the ring, the match really doesn't even start. It's all set up until those 10 men are in.
Good leg trip takedown there by Kyle Matthews. Float over into an arm twist, full arm twist. Lots out wrist and good attack here by Ace Rockwell. Quick tag in and out. J-Rod comes in, continually working on the arm of Sal Rinauro. Did you see how far they had that arm twisted?
Well, quick tag-ins now by the Matthews team, showing that they can work very effectively together, even though they may not have the team experience of Rave approved. Outside he goes, and he slingshots Rinauro's thralled across the rope, and now almost taunting Rinauro to tag, getting him into position, but still too far away to do anything. And now he's got that arm hooked, and I think he's going to put a little extra pressure on right there.
Japanese armbar type move with that hammerlock. Applies some pressure with the legs. The leg, the strongest part of the body. Certainly can do a considerable amount of damage to an arm. And right now, bending that arm in position it was not meant to go.
Remember now, Matthews, two-time Georgia Technical Wrestler of the Year, spent considerable time in Japan learning, including a tremendous submission maneuver, the Hidaka lock, which he's won many a match. And as we think about war games, we have to remember pinfalls do not matter. It's submit or surrender.
Kyle Matthews also has been nominated Future Legends Award by the Cauliflower Alley.
Tremendous organization, Cauliflower Alley, that not only is a great place to catch up with the stars of yesterday, but they also, with the money made, take care of the professional wrestlers in their later years when some aren't able to take care of themselves as well. He's already favoring that extremity right there. So we've got Patrick Bentley out. We've got Ace Rockwell with a recovering foot injury, and now it looks like J-Rod may well have been injured here in this match based on simply how he's acting at ringside right now. And there's Spinebuster there. This could be it.
Rolls him up, and that time a save.
Kick out and a save. Rave not taking any chances. Again, at stake, the advantage in war games, and that's a considerable stake.
Front chance reports to the corner, and tag is made. Sal Rinauro's in. Courts that fist and punches him hard. Now shoves the man off.
The fans, if you're watching this, we're only just a short time away from Oktoberfest.
Could be tomorrow afternoon if you're watching Saturday.
Tremendous opportunity for you fans. Not only will you see tremendous professional wrestling, you're going to see, of course, Jeremy Vane taking on the Priest of Punishment, Michael Judas, for the Rampage Pro Wrestling Heavyweight title.
Giant.
You heard Doc Gayton in this hour make it clear that when Doug Summers takes on Frankie Valentine, the NWA would not sanction it as a TV title match. It is first blood. Blood will be drawn in that match, and the person that bleeds loses that match. Blood has been in play for a while now, and blood's going to be play at Oktoberfest. Ben, from what I understand, what we're looking at for the usual suspects, Hot Like Lava, and for the Cash Vault may well be a three-way dance between those three teams. Not sure if there's going to be any extra stipulations on that. You're going to have to be at the Oktoberfest to find out. Tag team match with Drew Adler. Whoa, it's breaking down here.
9 men in the ring at the same time. And now two now cast out to the floor by Matthews.
And Sal Rinauro is alone, and that's not a good place to be.
Talk about bad odds.
J-Rod barely able to put pressure, but he still gets across. Look at that intestinal fortitude by J-Rod, fighting back against pain to contribute. And right here, this could be the match. 1, 2, but no, Rinauro able to get the shoulder up. Man, I was talking about Anthony Andrews is going to be teaming with Marvelous Michael Stevens, taking on Officer Chris Jacobs and his partner in that particular match, Drew Adler.
First time that Drew Adler's faced against Marv in a match across the ring from each other. Great tag team they were. And don't forget, Ring of Honor is going to be represented as well.
That's right. The proving ground comes to Rampage Pro Wrestling as the Ring of Honor heavyweight champion Davey Richards in a non-title match takes on Kyle O'Reilly. But right here, this match is what it's all about. The main event, War Games, and the advantage. And right now at the disadvantage is Hawkins, and Corey Hollis is just mounted in his blow, punch after punch to the side of the head. Not a lot of amateur wrestling there. Big knee. Hollis has become pretty vicious over the last year, hasn't he?
He has. He reminds me of the Tasmanian Devil sometimes, how fast he moves in the ring. Snap there by Corey Hollis and steps over him and back mule kick. Covers him, did not hook the leg. That could have been a mistake there. Corey Hollis still young, a young lion, and certainly has those emotions running wild in the ring. A dangerous adversary.
Low center of gravity, a lot of strength, and he demonstrates it there with that suplex maneuver. Hangs on to the head, goes back, tagging in Mike Posey, his regular tag team partner, and they're a little bit of a crash and burn move right there on Hawkins as Posey comes in with the leg drop. He does a lot with that leg. We've seen him with that top rope leg drop, the Alabama Jam, very effective.
And runs into that rear chin lock now and cutting that oxygen off, the oxygen supply. Hard to breathe with those arms around your throat. Good control maneuver, and it's the team of Hawkins, Kyle Matthews, and J-Rod and Ace Rockwell trying to get to the man. Oh, Chip Day's in after a tag. Chip Day very dangerous with those feet. Lethal weapons for feet, just like J-Rod.
Well, the three primary members, Sal Rinauro, Jimmy Rave, of course, have their own great history as presidents, and they're just a little bit of a taunt pose right there. Rave on display. It was a Kodak moment. When you look at Chip Day, Corey Hollis, and Mike Posey, how well they complement each other. You know, you almost hope that they resurrect that six-man tag that they used to have back in the day where the Freebirds would take on the Von Erichs and other teams like that.
Certainly Jimmy Rave's team would be one of those top teams for a three-man team. Any three of them are dangerous. They're dangerous by themselves, much more dangerous when they're together. And in the War Games, at the end, they will be together.
Not sure he had that left shoulder down, but at a better angle is Dustin Robinson, but still not enough to hold down Hawkins. A lot of heart in young Adrian Hawkins. Hawkins just recently making his return to Rampage Pro Wrestling after a brief hiatus, and he's looked good since his return.
Absolutely. And we have needed him. Kyle Matthews certainly has enjoyed having him in his corner.
In the corner, breaking at 2 after repeated blows to the head is Sal Rinauro.
And the fans certainly would like for Adrian Hawkins to make the tag right now. Being stopped there by Chip Day. Referee couldn't see it. Drop kick to the head.
Rinauro, a tremendous technician in the ring, former Ring of Honor tag team champion with Tony Momolo. He's held titles all over the United States and in fact has headed many a faction himself.
Step over the arm and applying that pressure.
He headed a group that was down in Florida one time called the YRR. He headed a group in Upper Georgia one time that was called the Three Guys That Totally Rule. By the way, there were 5 guys in the team. Never quite understood that.
Wow. Like 5 guys, a burger in front.
And they were 3 guys that totally ruled. I have no idea how they did the math.
Which 3 were ruling?
According to Sal Rinauro, all of them.
Maybe he wasn't strong in math.
Right there, neck breaker, solidly delivered by Rinauro in his own right. Great technical wrestler. Like Jimmy Rave, not a guy that you like a lot, but you can never take away that considerable skill. And as he's gotten, I guess, more mature in professional wrestling, he's slowed down his work in the ring, and you've seen him become more effective and more vicious in the process.
Front face lock now applied. Trying to control the man. Popped him right in the head.
Hawkins been taking a lot of punishment at this point, but he manages to flip out over, hangs on, but he's out now. Under Rampage rules, in comes J-Rod. Not sure he's the right guy. He's still favoring that leg, but it looks like he's gotten his sea legs under him a little bit with that time resting on the ring apron. Catches the knee, catches a neck breaker of his own.
You know, J-Rod, injured or not, he's not going to back down from a challenge. He has a fight in front of him. He's not going to let Kyle Matthews down.
Right there into the corner, up and, slingshot right into the corner goes Rinauro, and off with a vicious clothesline.
Got him hard.
Inside out goes Rinauro, cover 1, 2, and a horde come in, and here comes the other side, and we're off and running again.
Katie bar the door now. We've got pandemonium, all the men in the ring except for Sal Rinauro, who is outside. Bulldogs from every side. Quad Bulldogs.
And in the ring now, in nowhere man's land, is Chip Day. Up he goes with J-Rod. Spin and down.
Caught him with another version of the neck breaker.
There's 1, there's 2. Posey with the save. Good positioning by Posey. Grabs a hold, hooks him, has him up top, brings him over. That right there is a finishing maneuver.
Now keep in mind with all these pin attempts that we're seeing here in War Games, pinfalls don't count.
They don't, but right now with Rampage rules, this kind of action is the norm.
Front face lock.
Oh, Posey catches one, and down with a tornado DDT goes Rave. Out goes Hawkins, but not out quick enough as Rinauro is in and catches him, but he's in the wrong corner is Rinauro. Throws Hawkins over. Rinauro ends up coming in, catches one in the face. Spins him through, thrown off, comes up, over, hooks him, and out. Both of them go to the outside.
Head scissors, brings him out.
In and out.
Slide.
Suicide dive right there by Kyle, and in now. We've seen these two lock up several times so far. The advantage has gone to Corey Hollis, but not by much.
That punch decked J-Rod. J-Rod's back up now. Retaliation by J-Rod. And those kicks, maybe not as effective, but still there.
Yeah, that's a Greco-Roman poke to the eyes. Misses that back elbow, the one. Whoa! But Posey able to take him out and back right into the corner. Up and around, round and around he goes. And down goes Ace Rockwell to the knee, but now he's going right after that ankle, that injured foot of Ace Rockwell. And now, like rabid Wolverines, they're all over Rockwell.
Matthews coming in now. Trying to even the odds. Referee's trying to send Matthews out.
Things have calmed down right now, but not for Ace Rockwell. Rockwell having that wheel taken out from under him, and you can see that was not fully recovered by any stretch of the imagination.
He was doing really well now and has been revisited by this injury. Step over by Rave. Applying the pressure now to the ankle.
What do you say, Ace?
May have a submission right here before he can be re-injured. The bad thing about going to the ring without being 100% is that injury can still be worsened by anything you do.
Well, I'll tell you, over the last couple of weeks, I've really been enjoying those conversations you've had with the legend himself, Thunderbolt Patterson, as you mentioned, in Georgia, former television champion. Man is the man who comes on strong, and he is right now in Rampage Pro Wrestling, but coming on strong in the ring right now is Chip Day.
Absolutely. We got something here at Rampage Pro Wrestling for all the fans, the young fans, the old fans, the hardcore fans, the old school as we call it. They get much older school than Thunderbolt Patterson and Doug Summers. Doug Summers finding himself back in the ring at Oktoberfest.
Matthews sacrificing himself there to buy some time for Ace Rockwell. In with a splash, breaks up a figure 4, but doesn't free Ace for long as he's held in the corner, and now Posey comes in. Posey, well known for taking advantage of situations like this and likes locking people up, has a very creative amount of lockup and submission maneuvers in his repertoire, and we're seeing one of those right here doing tremendous damage to that lower body, to both the knee and the ankle.
Rockwell in a bad way being blocked by Jimmy Rave, and doesn't even know where he is right now. That injury certainly is showing in his face.
But look at this, Ace Rockwell, what heart this man is showing. Where is he getting this? Still, he's feeling the pain of that. He's trying to fight through it, and he's forcing Rave back. But no, Rave, the fresher man, is able to tackle him, goes immediately after him. That burst of energy, impressive by Ace Rockwell, but not effective enough to let him get over to get that tag.
Desperation. He knows he has to do something to get out of the hold here.
All he'd have to do, honestly, is get out of the ring at this point. That would bring a fresh man in under Rampage rules.
Is he thinking that way? That clearly is hard to think when your ankle, especially when it's injured, is being...
And look at Posey. Posey's asking the referee, is he giving up? Is he conceding? That's what's going to happen all through War Games. Do you give up? Will you submit? Are you going to lose the match for your team? Because one man will submit in that match and lose the match in the process for the entire team. It won't be a pinfall. It'll be the person that submits or surrenders in War Games.
And just like in the first blood match, one man will bleed with Frankie Valentine taking on his father, Pretty Boy Doug Summers.
And you got to wonder now, with all the damage that's been done to the forehead in particular of Frankie Valentine, who we've seen bleed repeatedly over the last weeks, the scar tissue that's built up there, how easy that is to break back open again. The disadvantage Frankie Valentine has going into that match. But again, he's had a disadvantage anyway. Doug Summers may have the age advantage, and that could be a disadvantage, but what experience the man has.
I certainly think that Jeremy Bain will be tied up that night with his Michael Judas opponent.
The priest of punishment himself, Michael Judas, one of the impressive men. He, in fact, spent some time under a different role and total nonstop action wrestling. So we have a well-traveled man, also a former IWA Puerto Rico champion is Michael Judas. This man is no stranger to championship titles.
There's no accident that Doc Gayton would give a match like this to him. Certainly that's going to take Jeremy Bain out of the picture of interfering.
Whoa, inside cradle right here. This could be it, Ben. Oh.
Almost had him.
But look at, he can barely stand, but he's still able to go behind and gets another cradle. No.
And again, hooks that leg and that ankle and bends it all the way back.
Rinauro smartly going right back to the injured body part, trying to get a submission out of Ace Rockwell, setting that table for War Games. Rockwell, what fight in this man, but is it going to be enough, and how is he going to be? What condition is that leg going to be in as he heads into War Games, and what disadvantage is that going to cause for that team? You have to ask the same about Patrick Bentley, and now, after what we've seen in this match today, about J-Rod.
These guys have a plan that's to injure every single person. I know Jimmy Ray would love nothing more than to have Kyle Matthews by himself, alone against 5 men. I don't believe that's going to happen. Kyle Matthews and his team has one thing in common, and that's they all have heart, and they all will fight to the end.
Well, fans, this match is going a whole lot longer than I thought it would, but we still have a lot of time left in this television hour. So again, we'll have more wrestling if this thing does not end or ends early before our hour is over. Sorry, distracted for a moment as I watch Corey Hollis hook what could be a submission right here on Ace Rockwell, using his head as a point of leverage right there for that knee, and now he's gone down to the ground and he's even adding leverage with the legs.
Tell you what, you can see the pain, the excruciating pain across the face of Ace Rockwell. He is in a bad way right now.
Referee Dustin Robinson is right there. If Ace Rockwell can't take the pain, he's ready, trying to save him from permanent injury. That's one of the jobs of the referee, is to be in position. We don't want to see these guys totally destroying their career, but that's what's at stake right now. And again, the wrestling machine takes him out, and in comes the head of the approved team himself, Jimmy Rave.
Again now working the leg and ankle, step over. And they know exactly what they're doing, being very methodical with this. And even posing here. You know, another thing I want to talk about with this Ring of Honor champion, Davey Richards, we got more emails and calls on him than I think anyone we've ever brought to Rampage Pro Wrestling. He's coming back to the Oktoberfest.
Very much so. What a tremendous competitor is Davey Richards, the current Ring of Honor champion, defending that title right now, just on a trip to Mexico. Recently was over in Japan. that title traveling quite far has a lot of prestige on it, not the prestige of course, the heavyweight title in the National Wrestling Alliance, as we look forward to Adam Pearce coming here to Rampage Pro Wrestling at that last show in December before we take the Christmas break.
You saw the Rampage rules that brought Chip Day in the ring, and again continues to work on that leg of Ace Rockwell. And this is a disadvantage for Rockwell because he did have that injury coming into this match, and they are focusing right on that injury.
Now you can tell how important this match is to all the competitors. Everyone fighting through injury, fighting through literally the time that's been invested. Nobody's been taking it easy in this particular match. There's a lot of hard work at play right now. You can see the body of the competitors in the ring now glistening with sweat over the activity as Posey drop kick takes him back down, and again hooks him, holds on to him, and prepares him for Sal Rinauro. A lot of quick tagging in and out by the Rave approved team, and that's smart professional wrestling.
Very smart. You know, Jeremy Vane was talking about he wasn't sweating earlier in his interview, talking about his match with...
he was sweating bullets, wasn't he?
He was profusely sweating, and I've never seen the man more nervous. I don't think he's even thought about the fact that Doug Summers has a match. I think he's really worried about his own.
Well, and I have a feeling that Doug Summers being preoccupied, Jeremy Vane may, for one of those rare occurrences, be coming out and having to go one-on-one with the priest of punishment to look up at that big man, a man who's been a champion before, a man who's beaten Jeremy Vane before. And he's going to be facing him for the Rampage Pro Wrestling heavyweight title, and he may not have Doug Summers to help him.
Letting that title get to his head, not thinking when he's issuing challenges. Dropping that knee right across the knee of Sal Rinauro. And we can have a submission right here to continue to work on Ace Rockwell. He may just pass out from the pain.
You notice there, Rockwell smartly was trying to get out of the ring. First time he's tried that. I have a feeling that he had almost forgotten that aspect of the match, you know, as he fought through the pain, which can cloud your thought process completely, where all you're thinking about is the salvation of a tag.
Absolutely, and now...
And Rave...
trying to find his way out. He has thought that out now.
And now he's trying, and he's being taunted by Posey in the process, who's sitting there like a catcher going, come on, you're not going to make it to home plate.
Got to find a way out of this. What a predicament Ace Rockwell finds himself in. And he's a phenomenal athlete, strong man, but you know, when you're down and you have an injury, it's a different story.
Well, Ace Rockwell, early in his career, decided to create a image for himself as a franchise player. He refers to himself as the seven-figure deal, $1 million player in general, and what he means by that is a man that's going to go out there and earn everything, is going to fight through no matter what the pain is going to be the guy you would pay $1 million to, a guy that you can count on to win the game for you. That is Ace Rockwell.
A couple of counts there, not enough.
And look at J-Rod, is not able to take this. He's down and he's coming out. We may get into it here on the floor between him and Chip Day. Referee Dustin Robinson forcing him back in the corner. Tough police job to do, and there he had to get out of the way as Rave forces Ace Rockwell over into the wrong corner. Continues to do damage, now tying that leg up, and look how close Rockwell is to the tag, but yet how far away.
And now it's just trying in vain to elbow his way out of this. Jimmy Rave blocking him now. I think he's biting him trying to get away. He is desperate.
And now he tries again to get out, but Rave keeping him in, doing further punishment. If they don't pin or make this man submit, they're going to make sure that he's ineffectual for the rest of this match.
Look at this!
And now again, all five are in, knocking everybody off.
No way.
And a sandwich is made, all five. Dropkick cover right there. There's it. And that delay getting him out of the ring may well have saved Ace Rockwell, because Corey Hollis was in position to win the match. But smartly, referee Dustin Robinson wouldn't begin the count until the other men were out of the ring. But now damage continues to be inflicted on Ace Rockwell by Corey Hollis, Jimmy Rave's personal wrestling machine.
How much punishment can one man take? You have to wonder what is going through the mind now of this Rockwell. And his partner is just sitting on edge, waiting for a tag or an opportunity to come in Rampage rules.
Well, now he's
cheering him on.
I said we'd have backup matches ready, but now as I start looking at the clock, I'm beginning to wonder if we're going to be able to have sufficient television time for there to be a a pinfall or submission in this particular match. We're at least a half hour into this match at this point, Ben Masters.
This is the main event anywhere in the country, coming to you right here on Rampage TV. We invite you to come out and see these guys in the Match Beyond War Game in the Cage, coming up on Oktoberfest Sunday, October 30th at 2 p.m., just part of a spectacular Sunday of wrestling.
Right now, the only thing the Rave approved team has to worry about is getting complacent, getting a little too overconfident. They've got to remember there's 3 fresh men on the other side of the ring, and they have to remember the heart of Ace Rockwell. You can never count this man out. You can never deny him. There's at any opportunity he could make that tag and the game would change immediately.
Now climbing up there and being fought off valiantly by Ace Rockwell, and
right there, and he forces off Mike Posey. Here comes Chip Day up, hooks him off, and Day comes off right into Rinauro. Now Rave comes over, but diving across the ring for a tag. Matthews in.
Desperation tag as Kyle Matthews comes in. High backdrops delivered.
Oh, and in the process, Senton's his own man. Down, flatliner, kite move on Posey. Matthews, a house of fire. Rave on the outside, staying out of this.
He has sat back for too long. Slurping kick from the outside. Comes in with that shoulder. Sunset flip with one arm.
Comes through. There's the Slurpee before an Inzaguri, and now he pulls him in cover. This could be at 1, 2, but no. Kick out by Chip. Rinauro taken down as Chip Day rolls out. There's a kick try for him, but no. There's Rave. Has him down. There's the pin. 1, 2, but no. J-Rod.
Saved by J-Rod. This is action coming everywhere. Jimmy Rave now shot off. Leapfrog by J-Rod. High Superman knee.
But out of the ring goes Rave. Smart move on his part. Spinning Inzaguri right there. Hooks it.
Gut wrench,
gut wrench down. Ow!
Lands on the knees. Covers him now. J-Rod's down. Saved
but
now by
broken
Rockwell.
Up by Rockwell, but he can barely stand on that one leg. Look at him favor that as he's caught. Forearm right there and now hooked by, but duck one right there. Arm drag right there and takes both of them down.
Give this man credit where credit's due. Coming into the ring after being injured tells you a lot about this man's fight.
Rinauro takes his time with a drop kick to the head right there. Wow, so much action here, Ben Masters. Tough to call.
In the ring now, Sal Rinauro sets him up on the ropes. And the injured Ace Rockwell.
Wait a minute. Posey and Chip Day are sneaking around to the other side. Day just grabbed a hold of Hawkins. Posey lying in wait. Hollis has gone up. Right now, Rave. And what's he got going right here?
Corey Hollis is
We've seen this before. We've got 3 guys perched as one guy gets taken off. There goes Rockwell. He's down. Headbutt by Hollis. Double knee right to the face by Day. And there's the leg drop. And this is going to be it right here, Ben. 1, 2, but no! Broken up.
Somehow, some way, Adrian Hawkins was able to stop it.
Posey got a submission right there. This could be it. And there's another hook right there as Kyle Matthews is down. J-Rod has been hooked also, and now it looks like all 3 are down there with Chip Day waiting. And now hooked is Ace Rockwell, and you've got all of them are hooked in submission maneuvers, but none is willing to submit in this match. The numbers game, but look at Kyle Matthews, what heart he shows breaking out. 2-on-1, single-handedly breaking up each of these moves is Kyle Matthews.
Thank goodness Kyle Matthews was able to escape the clutches.
But look at the damage that's been done.
It's like a car wreck on the interstate, just bodies laying everywhere.
But right now, Hollis up first as Ace Rockwell, the most damaged of the competitors. But Rockwell still got something in the tank, takes both men down.
What is he doing?
It looks like he's hooking.
Knee drop.
Wait a minute. He's got both in a sharpshooter.
A double sharpshooter. I've never seen this before, ever. A double sharpshooter. Both men are down.
And right there, he's got a hook. That's another submission. And there it is. The Haddock on Jimmy Rave.
They've got the Jimmy Rave approved, all locked up.
And there's another sharpshooter.
Sharpshooter.
The entire one. Right there. Whoa. No, Rockwell can't hold it anymore. Posey breaks free. Knocks off Matthews. Knocks off Hawkins. Knocks off J-Rod.
What a match this is on Rampage Pro Wrestling. Pandemonium and excitement going on. Who will win the control for War Games? The winning team gets the control. It starts out with, and the first man to come in will be the winning team from this match.
Posey outside. We've seen this many times. Double team right there. 2 moves right there on Kyle Matthews. Takes him down. Set up. Super kick by Sal Rinauro. Cues him up, but no!
Good!
Rave passes through and takes his own man, and there's Hadaka on Rave.
Back to the Hadaka lock.
Posey gets yanked out of the ring by Hawkins.
Will Jimmy Rave submit? They're
He's holding
Sal
on.
Rinauro.
Rave is in a but no! Rinauro able to kick him away. Tremendous save there, but Rinauro,
oh, wait a minute now. Here's the animosity we saw before. And we saw this heating up, and now it's blowing out of control.
bad timing for this for sure.
Spits in the face!
And
Matthews
down
takes
goes
advantage.
Rave, isolating Sal Rinauro, and
There's
Hadaka
Hadaka.
locked now by Kyle Matthews on
He's
Rinauro.
saved.
No one around at this point to save anybody. This could be it, Ben Masters.
Obviously some still bitter feelings between Jimmy Rave.
Rave
and
trying to get in.
Jimmy Rave and Sal Rinauro not getting along. And so the team of Kyle Matthews, Adrian Hawkins, Ace Rockwell, and J-Rod are winning the advantage for the War
The team
Games.
of Kyle Matthews has won and will have advantage at the War Games October 30th on Oktoberfest.
And what that means, fans, is when the match starts, it'll be one-on-one. The first new man to come in will be from Kyle Matthews' team. That gives them an early advantage, and perhaps an advantage for the whole War Games. The match beyond continues until all 10 men are in that cage, and then it's submission or surrender. Do not miss it at Oktoberfest. First blood, Frankie Valentine against his father, Pretty Well Done Summers. NWA RPW heavyweight champion, the untouchable Jeremy Vane defends the title against the priest of pain, the huge man, Michael Judas. And of course, we're gonna have the Ring of Honor champion here, Davey Richards, make plans to be there to Oktoberfest, Johnny G's Fun Center on Sunday. That's October 30th. Fans, we'll see you then. Until then, Ben Masters and Bill Behrens. So long, everybody.